It is the popular saying that a healthy society is a wealthy one. On the Great Mind program, medical experts are available to provide solutions to various health challenges. You desire greatness in life. Successful men and women in the society are available on the Great Mind program to reveal to you the secrets to their greatness. The Great Mind of Nancy Oshogbo is a watch for all. Meet me on the program every Sunday between 3:30 and 4 p.m.
Happy Sunday. It is another wonderful moment with me, Bola Olayode, on the program The Great Mind. Are you aware that we are on this earth to accomplish two major assignments? The first one is service to God. The second one is service to humanity. Osho Health Insurance Agency is rendering service to God through selfless service to humanity. In this package are earth rendering stories. Discovery of purpose of existence is what defines the vision of a man, as it is applicable to an individual, same applies to a corporate body. The essence of being in existence is to serve God and humanity. Osho Health Insurance Agency, an organization established with the vision of being a world-class provider of access to sustainable, qualitative health care, readily available and affordable to every resident of the state, has a full knowledge of its purpose of existence by ensuring the actualization of its vision at ensuring that residents in Osun State access quality health care without tears. Osun Health Insurance Agency has succeeded in the actualization of its vision because the agency is in touch with the compassionate leaders and committed members of staff. Out of more than 200,000 enrollees of Osun Health Insurance Scheme who are accessing care at the accredited hospitals across the state, more than 96,000 of them are vulnerable citizens who are accessing quality health care without paying any money. In the year 2020 alone, Osun Health Insurance Agency recorded 117 successful surgical operations. As of October 2022, the number of successful surgical operations done through Osun Health Insurance Agency is 260. Mr. Kami Olayinka Ajisafe, a member of staff of Uni-Osun Teaching Hospital, is among the beneficiaries.
My name is Kami Olayinka Ajisafe, native of Oshogbo here. I'm the staff of Uni-Osun Teaching Hospital, Oshogbo. My audit started on the 28th of June last year. I came into the house. I fell down while carrying my baby, and while protecting the baby from fall, I had to be the one to be affected. So I discovered I could not get up after that, after which I was taken to the hospital. I was rushed to the hospital. When we first had the x-ray done, it showed that there was a broken bone on the C5, but we're not too okay with the results, so I had to opt for MRI. I went to Ibadan for MRI. Then the MRI showed that the C5 has been collapsed. Then there was a possibility of tumor. So we're not too sure, so I went in for surgery immediately as a matter of emergency. So during the surgery, I went for laminectomy surgery by the neuro consultant at Uni-Osun Teaching Hospital. Then we discovered the bone was very soft, which means there was a tumor on the bone, and which really caused the breaking of the bone from the little fall I had. So with that, I had to, after the surgery, they placed me on chemotherapy drugs, the anti-cancer drugs. to start with. So I have been on this chemotherapy for a while because so it is plasmacytoma. It is a disease that affects the bone, the C5 bone, the vertebral bone. So commencing this chemotherapy drugs, it was so expensive that in fact a cycle was about 500,000 naira. So and I had to go through the 6 cycles. I had to go through 6 cycles. So when I was running out of fund, I ran to the OHIS at first, and the OHIS came to surprisingly, OHIS came to my rescue by granting me the 2 cycles of chemotherapy. So they helped me with the two cycles, and I was battling with that. And where I walked to, the hospital management, they all did perfectly well, and they all supported me, and they were able to deal with the chemotherapy. So after a long while recovering from that, I had another fall when I was trying to work out, because after the whole thing I felt better. Then they said I had to start exercising my body, and while doing that I had another fall again, which complicated the matter. So with that, they said it was out of the reach of the hospital at Lao Union Teaching Hospital. So they said I had to go to the US, and contacting them in the US, and in fact the ambassador of the US came to check on me at the hospital, and they said it was going to cost me about 45 million naira. That was a big shock. So I just felt, okay, if US will not be possible, maybe I should try India. In India, they asked me that I should bring 25 million naira too, because I had to do bone marrow transplant. So I was kind of curious, and I thought it was going to be the end. So I was just waiting for my turn, because when I see people dying, I was not even moved anymore. I was just waiting for my own turn to come. And then God intervened. While waiting for all that, searching for all sort of, I had to go to the Harvard ones, I had to different ones, different people were coming with different ideas. At a point, somebody told me that I should start doing the greens. Greens simply means fruit and veggies. So I was on fruit and veggies without any food for months. So that I had to go through a lot just to battle with this. But surprisingly, they just gave me an option. I went to see a consultant in Ife, Professor Komolafe, who advised that this bone can be replaced. If this is the only bone affected, if it has not gone to the body, that I should just go for a general test to know if this particular disease has not gotten into my system, like gotten into the blood system. If it has not, then we can simply remove this bone and get it. I said, okay, that would be a very good idea. So I went to my hospital. Then there's this consultant at Union Teaching Hospital, Dr. Mrs. Olawi. She advised that I should do that. Then coupled with a colleague, Dr. I've forgotten his name. So they all had the samples. I had to go to other laboratories just to be sure to be on safe side. So I sent one sample to South Africa, another one to India, while I did the other one in Union Teaching Hospital here. Considering all that, I had to sell virtually all the properties I had. I sold so many things, and you see, telling this story, I usually, it goes beyond what I am saying, if you can understand. So, and with the courage and assistance from my wife, which I really appreciate, I was able to conquer all this. And I got to Ife, and they told me that thing has already gotten into my system. Then I just felt, okay, fine, if the bone could be removed. And they gave me a bill of 4 million naira that I should come with. Then I had a car then for my family. We have sold like 3 cars. So the remaining one with us, I just took my wife. We're trying to gather money. How do we raise funds? The hospital was trying to come to my rescue, but then it has not been really concluded. I just felt of coming to OHIS. a bill of 4 million has been given, and I wrote a letter to police within few hours after taking all the necessary steps. He came to my rescue. Though I had to sell the remaining car in the house, then always came to my rescue, and to the tune of millions. And I was able to do this. I went to Ife. We had the surgery done. They put a cage, like an implant. They removed the bone and put an implant because it was that bone that got affected. So putting an implant and all that. So I became normal. I started living like a normal person after losing all the hope. That is just it. That was how God just intervened, and thank God for being the God and for giving us people in OIS who are very passionate, and without putting me through any unnecessary stress, they were able to do this and solve all this, the problem I have been dealing with. Because considering what has been happening, it happened in June, and I had the surgery done in July this year, June last year, which means I have spent like a year and a month dealing with that before this final surgery. And with this final surgery, it looks like, in fact, coming here today, I was just coming from Ife. I was in Ife to see my consultant when I was called to come here. In Ife today, when they saw the result, because after taking the bone sample when they did the surgery, we took it for a surgery report. So the results came out. So I saw the results within myself, and I was like, God, you are so wonderful. With the results, the first thing they told me was, wow, this is very promising, and I can tell you are doing more than fine. And with this, you have to continue acknowledging that God loves you. I said, I know that, and I know He really, really loves me. So with this, I have come to a conclusion to say, thank you, God. After thanking God, I appreciate my bosses at work at University Teaching Hospital, because they really, really, really supported me. In fact, I felt like I was the only one working at University Teaching Hospital with the way they acted. So coming to OIS, they don't know me from anywhere, and with this, they just heard about my condition and they came to my aid. What should I say to OIS? I've always been very grateful to them, from the beginning to the end of them, to the bottom of the staff at OIS. I can really, really say they are, in fact, setting up this kind of scheme. I told my friend this morning, yes, I told my friend, like, do you know Nigeria can be better? He said, what did I say? I said, yes, because there are some people at OIS, if people at OIS could have that kind of heart to assist people, instead of ordinarily getting funds from people, and they could have diverted it to whatever they want to. But then they did this. Like, Nigeria could be better if we have people like the management of OIS. If God could give them that kind of heart, then people can, well, the time you still have good people around them, we can really, really, really do better for Nigeria. I really appreciate this opportunity of telling the world what OIS has done in my life. In fact, this is a very perfect and great opportunity for me to appreciate them and to let the world know that we can do better. The very first time I met Dr. Ogini, the executive secretary, he acted as if he was my father. And I told you, after the surgery, when I was discharged from the hospital, I came straight to OIS. I told him, I hugged him. I went to my CMD, Professor Adaito. I told him, I said, sir, you are a very unique leader and a father. And I have been praying for people concerned, from the top to the bottom of OIS, then the management of University Teaching Hospital, then the very good people that God has really blessed me with, because then they really made me know that in your last shot, if without them, without all these people, possibly I might have died of depression, or possibly I could have taken my own life. Because at that point, at a very point in time, somebody who has been up and doing being confined on a wheelchair, and I would wake up every morning. I would be like, okay, today is still going to repeat it. What happened yesterday was still going to repeat itself today. I would just be on one side. I can't even say more than this. Like, than to just thank my God and thank people who have really been of great importance and help, who have been helpful in one way or the other to me. My friends, my families, my children, my wife. They've all been supportive, and I can't take that for granted. Thank you, and always to the world. My advice to people out there, if only they know that things like this is happening, because when you tell them, they might feel, oh, this is just a way of scoping them. Let me use that word. Of scoping them to start getting this thing with OEs. No, OEs is the best way of getting your life insured. Usually we've been having a lot of insurance companies. People are with this mentality that insurance, I'm not doing anything to do with insurance company. No, this is health insurance company, health insurance scheme. This scheme is that we should thank the people that even thought of doing us good by giving us OEs in the first place. I mean our government. Yes. So they are really, I'm very sure they never even thought it was going to be this better. They just felt, okay, this is something we should just set up in Osun and start helping people. But this has even gone beyond what we even expected of them. My advice to people is just that if you are an individual, please just try and bring your family, come and join us at OEs, so that you know that if there is anything, like I attended one program the other time where I was told OEs is covering all sorts of things. They've even upgraded, doing CS, breast, what is it called? Like, they've really covered a whole lot, and I don't know if anybody is still out there that has not joined OEs. I don't think the person knows what is happening at OEs. So with this, I will advise people to come and experience what I have experienced.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí lédè abínibí wa. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ṣe sọ ní èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì, ǹjẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ mọ̀ wípé Olódùmarè dá èmi àti ẹ̀yin sí iṣẹ́ ìsìn sí Ọlọ́run tìkára wọn àti iṣẹ́ ìsìn fún ìran ọmọ ènìyàn. Àjọ ìtòkò ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ló jẹ́ pé ó ń sin Ọlọ́run nípasẹ̀ ìfijìnsíṣẹ́ ìsìn sí ìran ọmọ ènìyàn. Sísàwárí èrèdí tí a fi dáni ló máa ń ṣokùnfà ohun tó máa jẹ́ àdúrósùn ẹni, bó ṣe jẹ́ wípé ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí olórí ìjòrí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló ṣe ń jẹ́ wípé òtítọ́ yìí fìdí múlẹ̀ fún àgbáríjọ nínú èyí tí ilé-iṣẹ́ lónírúurú wà. A ṣẹ̀dá ènìyàn láti sin Ọlọ́run àti ìran ọmọ ènìyàn. Àjọ ìtòkò ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ní ìdásílẹ̀ rẹ̀ rọ̀gbọ̀kùn lé àgbójúsùn láti jẹ́ ilé-iṣẹ́ tó ń tẹ̀lé ìlànà ìtẹ́wọ́gbà lágbàáyé láti máa pèsè àǹfààní sí ètò ìlera tó fìdí múlẹ̀, tó péye, tó sì jẹ́ pé ó wà ní gbogbo ìgbà fún gbogbo ènìyàn, tówó rẹ̀ kò sì tún dúpá rárá. Àjọ ìtòkò ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun lálẹ́ sọ pé ó ní ìmọ̀ kíkún lórí èrèdí ìdásílẹ̀ rẹ̀ nípa rírí dájú pé gbogbo olùgbé ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ló ní àǹfààní sí ètò ìlera tó péye. Àjọ ìtòkò ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ló ní àṣeyọrí sí eré yìí ní mímú àgbójúsùn ìdásílẹ̀ rẹ̀ ṣẹ látàrí bó ṣe jẹ́ pé iléeṣẹ́ náà ní Olódùmarè fi àwọn ẹlẹ́jinjú àánú ṣe àdarí fún pẹ̀lú àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ tó ní ìfijìnsíṣẹ́ wọn. Nínú ó lé ní 200,000 olùkópa nínú ètò ìdójútòfò ìlera ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun tí wọ́n ń jẹ àǹfààní ní ìlera tó péye ní gbogbo àwọn ilé ìwòsàn tí ìjọba fọwọ́ sí ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Ó lé ní 750 ènìyàn tó ń jẹ àǹfààní ètò ìlera tó péye káàkiri àwọn ilé ìwòsàn gbogbo náà tí wọ́n fòǹtẹ̀lù láì san owó kankan bó ti wù ú mọ́. Nínú ọdún 2020 nìkan ó dín díẹ̀ ní 100 ènìyàn tó jẹ àǹfààní iṣẹ́ abẹ lábẹ́ ètò ìdójútòfò ìlera ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Lóṣù kẹwàá ọdún 2022 ó yé ènìyàn tí Olódùmarè ti lo àjọ ìdójútòfò ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun láti dóòlà ẹ̀mí wọn nípa iṣẹ́ abẹ onírúurú jẹ́ 260 ènìyàn. Ní wọn láti rí ọ̀gbẹ́ni Kámi Ọláyínká Ajíṣafẹ́ tó jẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ ilé ìwòsàn yunifásitì Ọ̀ṣun.
Lóòótọ́ mo ní àwọn ìpèníjà kan lórí ìlera pẹ̀lú àwọn kankan tó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ téèyàn bí àwọn nǹkan tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ẹ̀jẹ̀ àròbá yìí ti parẹ́, but then láti má lè fa ọ̀rọ̀ kan Ọlọ́run ṣàní kí ìrònú pé kó wá sí àjọ OIS because nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí ó kọjá nǹkan tí èèyàn lè sọ pé èèyàn ń dágbára lé àti lọ káàkiri. Àtàyè ní US wọ́n ní ká mú 45 million wá, àdé India wọ́n ní ká mú 25 million wá. Ilé ìkọjá agbára kọjá nǹkan tí mo lè kàn ní mo fẹ́ dáwọ́lé lèmi nìkan, so mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ro gbogbo ọ̀nà tí mo lè ti gbà wá tí mo ti máa rí ìrànlọ́wọ́ àti kọ lẹ́tà káàkiri sí oríṣiríṣi iléeṣẹ́ oríṣiríṣi àwọn èèyàn. Ṣùgbọ́n ìgbà tí Ọlọ́run ní máa ṣe ìyanu ẹ̀, ìgbà tí wọ́n ní kíní ìgbé kò ní pa mí o, ṣùgbọ́n tí wọ́n rí náwó lọ́dẹ̀ kí àjọ OIS kí wọ́n wá sí kí Ọlọ́run ní kí wọ́n wá fún intervention mi ìwọ̀n kan wá ràn wá kan Ọlọ́run wá sọ́run sí wa fún ìrànlọ́wọ́. and ìgbà tí àádẹ́rì ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ mílíọ̀nù ní àjọ OIS gbé sílẹ̀ fún ìtọ́jú, Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ní kí gbogbo ìnáwó Ọlọ́run ní kó yọ kò jẹ́ kí àná ṣe yásán. So pẹ̀lú eléyìí mo ní láti pẹ̀lú ìdùnnú mo ní láti sọ fún èèyàn wa nílé pé àjọ OIS Ọlọ́run máa gbé kalẹ̀ fún wa ni pé fún ẹni tó bá mọ̀ pé ìwọ tó bá ní ìlera kan àbí kejì ká má dórí ìgbà tá a bá ní ìlera gan ká wá darapọ̀ mọ́ àjọ OIS, nítorí pé àǹfààní ètè mi jẹ yìí mo mọ̀ pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn nígbà kó ṣe pé wọ́n kúkú mọ̀ mí rí kó tó di pé wọ́n ṣe fún mi, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn náà ló lè jẹ́ any other person náà ló lè wá tí wọ́n á ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ fún. So téèyàn bá darapọ̀ mọ́ OIS èèyàn tó lè jẹ̀gbádùn àwọn nǹkan yìí ní pípé. So ìmọ̀ràn mi fáwọn èèyàn ni pé kí ẹ wá darapọ̀, ẹni tí ò bá ti darapọ̀ kó darapọ̀ lẹ́bílẹ́bí níjọ ní gbogbo àwọn tí àwọn tábájú ìṣèjọba mọ̀ pé a ti wà pẹ̀lú wọn. Àwọn tábà ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì jẹ́ ìjọba mo sọ pé àwa náà inú wọ́ọ̀dùn nígbà tá a bá darapọ̀ mọ́ OIS. Ẹ ṣé gan-an ni mo really appreciate.
Ìyáàfin Sarah Ìyábọ̀ Bádéjọ tó jẹ́ pé òun pẹ̀lú gbogbo ìdílé rẹ̀ lùgbàdì iná náà ní ẹ̀rí láti jẹ́ fún ìrànlọ́wọ́ torí gbà lọ́dọ̀ àjọ ìtòfò ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun.
February nìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yìí ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi, èmi àti ọkọ mi àtọmọ, so ìjàmbá iná la ní láti February ẹ̀mí ti wà LAUTECH. Ìtìgbà tí mo ṣàwà dáàrin kan mo ṣáà náwó ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀, mo wá ń gbọ́ gbogbo tó ṣe ń ròyìn ní rédíò pé ìsìn ó help wọn ṣe operation ṣe kankan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, inú mi ṣáà dùn mọ́ mi lè lówó lọ́wọ́. So ọ̀kan láwọn máa ní tó máa ń ṣàánú fún wa ní LAUTECH wọn ṣàwà fún wọn mi ní 150. So ní 150 yẹn ni wá ti ní ẹ̀mú pé àkékè náà wá sí OIS láti wá béèrè fún ìrànlọ́wọ́ bóyá mo lè ṣe kíní ìgbà tí mo ṣàwà dé bí mo ṣàlè rẹ́dísà, mo dẹ̀ rẹ́dísà, mo ṣe rẹ́dísà yẹn tán pàtó fọ́ọ̀mù yẹn ṣàjáde fat wọ́n rìn mo náà fọ́ọ̀mù yẹn jáde mo pa àti LAUTECH wọ́n ní kò cover operation pé iná jíjó ni a lè fẹ́ go screen sẹ́gbẹ́ kan. Mo ṣàwà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sákàkiri mi ìwá bí mo ṣàwà ń gbìyànjú pé bẹ́ẹ̀ tí mo bá tẹ̀ ní owó tẹ̀ tó wo bẹ́ẹ̀dì tí a bá ṣàjẹ òye lè cover operation. Mo ṣàwà ń gbìyànjú kí títí gbà tó má dín mú oṣù kejì àwọn ọmọ èdè ní ojoojúmọ́ ni là ń dress ojú egbò almost 10,000 plus 3 days fáwọn méjèèjì tí mo máa ná mo máa ń ṣàgbé káàkiri ni. Mo ṣàṣe wá sunkún wá sí ìbílẹ̀ ẹ̀pẹ́ wọ́n ní mo ti ṣe kí ní ìbá àwọn aṣẹ́fẹ́ ṣe dàpọ̀ ẹ̀ràn mi lọ́wọ́ ṣàánú mi. Ọmọ méjì ló wà ní LAUTECH, ọdún mo ti ṣàjọ ọkọ mi, èmi náà àbọ̀dù mo wà ó mú èmi náà lẹ́sẹ̀ ẹ̀ràn mi lọ́wọ́. Mo ṣáà bá dókítà wà láǹgbà dókítà ìgbàlẹ̀ wà láǹgbà kí nìkan tó ṣe mo ṣáà ń sunkún wọn ní kí n ṣáà sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ tó bóyá kí n jókòó jáde kí n wà lórí ìfúnlẹ̀ wọ́n ní kí n dìde kí n sọ̀rọ̀ pé mi ò àwọn ọṣọ Ọlọ́run èèyàn náà làwọn náà jẹ́ pé nǹkan tí máa fẹ́ sọ pé kí n sọ pẹ̀lú omijé lójú mo ṣáà dìde mo ṣáà sunkún wọn wá pé nǹkan táwọn yẹn bá nídìí fún operation yẹn pé kí n lọ sí hospital tí
àwọn àbíkítẹ́tọ̀ wa kọ́ wá fún àwọn àyà mi ṣe gùn múnà ṣé rọ́ ni àbó òótọ́ mo ṣàṣe balàbalàbalà mo lọ sí wọ́ọ̀dù wa mo débẹ̀ gbàtí máa fi dé wọ́ọ̀dù wọn ṣàbá mi kọ́ níbẹ̀ náà gan wọn ò gbàgbọ́ pé bóyá àbí pé bóyá pé kò lè ṣeé ṣe nípa tiwa ń bẹ́ẹ̀dì mi ìdẹ̀ lẹ́nì kankan mi ìdẹ̀ lẹ́nì kankan bí àti kó mo ti kọ́ àwọn ẹ̀yìn wá síbí tọ́jú mi kó tó di pé ìjọba ẹ̀ máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ní wa lẹ́nì kankan wọ́n ṣàgbé káàkiri ni kódà 10 naira 20 naira níbo ló fẹ́ ká àní jẹun sùn ọkọ mi kó wà tọkọ mi náà tó ti délé òun náà tún yọjú láti bí oṣù karùn-ún oṣù kẹsàn-án ọkọ mi ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ yọjú sí àwọn wọ̀nyẹn mi ìrẹ́nì kankan mo ṣáà ń ṣe bálabàlà káàkiri ní LAUTECH mo lè dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ náà pé mo wá sóyè sí wọ́n ràn mí lọ́wọ́ wọ́n ṣàánú mi àwọn náà lè ní ìdààmú lórí ọmọ wọn ò ní jóná ọmọ nílé lágbára Ọlọ́run iṣẹ́ wọn iléeṣẹ́ wọn kò ní dojú rú òkè bí bẹ́ẹ̀ náà wọ́n máa lọ wọ́n ràn mí lọ́wọ́ wọ́n ṣàánú fún mi ọ̀rọ̀ mi padà já sọ́pẹ́ mọ́mì ọ̀rọ̀ mi pàpà já sọ́pẹ́ ayé mi padà tún ládùn ìbànújẹ́ mi ìgbà kan ẹ̀rín ló padà wá já sí mọ́mì ọ̀nà mi dùn ayọ̀ mi kún torí pé mo débí lọ́sàn-án yìí báwọn náà ti gbà mí wọlé pé gbogbo owó táwọn èèyàn fẹ́ san pé kí ni kán lọ kó wọn máa san gbogbo ẹ̀ pé kí tún béèrè wípé ètò wa tún kù tọmọ tó fi tọ́jú àwọn ẹlẹ́yìn yẹn pé kán tún kọ́ sílẹ̀ kán tún kí tún mú wá inú mi dùn mo dúpẹ́ o mo mọ̀ lóore Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ san wọ́n lẹ́san rí wọ́n ṣàánú fún mi wọ́n ràn mí lọ́wọ́ ràn àwọn ọmọ méjì lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ mo dúpẹ́ gidi gan dúpẹ́ wọn mi tí bá ní wàá dúpẹ́ láti wákàtí tọ́ọ̀la ó tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ojú bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ fúnre tán ṣe fún mi mo mọ̀ lóore o wọ́n ṣe o àwọn náà rà mí gbọ́ ojú òde tí wọ́n ó.
ǹjẹ́ ibi táwọn máa fi àgbé ètò wọ̀ sí nìyẹn lónìí ẹ pàdé mi lọ́sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ fún àkọ́tún ètò yìí kan náà láṣẹ Olódùmarè ọba àṣẹ̀dá èyí tẹ̀ ìdáhùn ní